together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's all IP to the bookies. All IP to the bookies. All IP to the bookies. All IP to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get a full baseball card and we get a full 8-game preseason football card. So we have all of that action to go down today. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we recap yesterday. It was poor. It was not good. It was pretty bad. 4-7 in the MLB. Started off horrific. The Astros an awful choke job in that game. And that was kind of just like kind of set the tone of the entire slate there. Colorado Rockies first 5 full game, loser. Toronto run line, loser. Of course, they win the game though. Cubbies money line was a winner. Diamondbacks money line was an easy winner. Detroit, Chicago, first 5 under 4.5, winner. You could have played the full game under as well. That was a winner too. Minnesota Twins -1, loser. Kansas City team total over, winner in the 3rd inning. Oakland, loser. And then the Rays were up 3-0. They give up a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 5th, and then a walk-off grand slam. That was just rough. That was annoying, and that perfectly capped my day yesterday. Was the walk-off grand slam. CFL is a double loser. All of a sudden, Hamilton knows what defense is, as the Blue Bombers -10, loser. Team total over, loser. The NFL though, that was the only good part of my day. Over 35.5 lost. The only over that lost yesterday. One team scored 31 points. I could have easily swept the NFL again yesterday. Miami, Tampa Bay over 37.5 winner. San Fran, Las Vegas over 30.5 was an easy winner there. So overall 6-10 yesterday. I believe I was down like 4 point something units. Bet stamps being a little slow this morning, so I need to figure out the exact number, which was 4.47 units. There it is. So frustrating day yesterday. College football day, so hopefully today's a better day. As that game kicks off in about an hour and a half.
We had a nice day on the site yesterday though. We were up 3.5 units. We went 2-3 in your football, which you just mentioned. Baseball, Oakland was a loser. How about that Kansas City run line, Nick? Plus 155 winner. Minnesota run line was a loser. Cubs money line was a winner. Toronto run line was a loser. I believe we had one other baseball play. No, that was the Jacksonville game. I'm going off the PMP site right now because BetStamp's not working. But I will say, Nick, the best part of the night, the WNBA. I had a perfect 3-0 night in the WNBA. The Minnesota Lynx with a nice double-digit win for the 2nd time in a row against the Las Vegas Aces.
Oh boy!
Actually, I believe the first time was a 9-point win, but still, they just beat the Aces 2 times in a row. 1 time in Vegas, 1 time in Minnesota. Minnesota also plays tonight against the Fever. My other plays
Fever spot.
Yes. Were the Sparks and the Mystics. I took the under 161.5. It finished at 154. So nice winner there. And then the final one was the Mercury in a bounce back spot. Nice winner there. So overall, very good day. Very happy with how all of that went, and ready to keep on rolling.
Yeah. Head over to the chat, and then we'll get into some baseball.
First from Dave. I was looking at the new players on different NHL teams, and I saw Anthony Duclair to the Islanders. That's a good ad.
Yeah, that was during free agency. Where have you been?
Cole
That was months ago.
is my favorite Islander.
He's going to be good. He was their first-round draft pick. He's a good goal scorer, and I expect to see him in the next couple of years with New York.
Tarasenko is a Red Wing?
Mm-hmm.
This guy to the Sharks?
Yaroslav Askarov. He was a top goalie prospect for Nashville. They signed UC Saros to a long-term extension, and he declared for a trade. So, welcome to San Jose.
Nice. Cash cow. I was looking back at it, and I know Nick's not going to want to hear this. The Dodgers were a cash cow last night.
They weren't when we did the show because the line had only moved 2 cents.
Uh-huh.
It went from 190 to 192. Go back to the show yesterday, and I read off the line history. It went from 190 to 192. It needs to go 10 cents. So, no, it wasn't when we did the show yesterday.
Giants
it could have been afterwards.
What up? I know it sucks to lose the way you did on the Dodgers game, but in my opinion, it's nothing to drop your head about. You were pretty much spot on up until the walk-off.
Yeah, Bobby Miller didn't look great, and I thought that line was too wide. Tyler Anderson pitched fine. 3-run bomb in the 5th inning was annoying, but yeah.
You spelled his name wrong. Got crippled with the Astros money line. Would have collected 800. Lost to 0. Bummer. Go Orioles.
That was.
Let's head to the game, Nick.
Yeah. But first, we have football season coming up here. You may want to add some books. They'll give you some nice promos if you haven't signed up for them already and things along those lines. Use signupexpert.com, which is the link to the description below. It'll tell you all the books available in your state or province. It increases your ability to shop around, find the best available numbers. Let's take an example. You take a look at this game in about an hour and 20 minutes. Some books are holding Georgia Tech plus 10. Some are holding plus 11. Shop around, find the best available number, and you can be able to do that with signupexpert.com. The link to that is in the description down below. Also, they do have daily fantasy as well for the people who like player props out there, because I know there are player prop people in our chats giving out those strikeout props, those bases props, things along those lines. There's plenty of those down below as well. So be sure to check out signupexpert.com and all of that down below.
Sounds good. Also, I'm going to put into the chat, and Nick, if you want to as well. Me and Nick are both over on Capper Tech now too. Figured we wanted to try how me and Nick would do separately. So here's all my stuff. All my Counter-Strike, college football, WNBA, MLS, EPL, and MLB. I believe that's all the sports for today. We'll be up on the Capper Talk if you guys are interested in that. And here's Nick's Capper Talk as well. I don't think is that the right link for it?
Yes, that goes to my profile. And that I have I will be posting MLB today. I haven't bet any yet. I have my full NFL card, and I've already posted my CFL play up already there as well.
The Astros were the right side yesterday.
Yes, they were. And sometimes you bet the right side and don't get the right result.
Shit, you guys kept MLS. I thought you didn't like soccer. I don't like soccer. But it makes it one of the easier – actually, it makes it one of the easier sports to bet on, in my opinion, because I don't care about it, and all I do is look at the numbers. And in return, I've had a really good EPL season and a really good MLS season just following the line movements. So it's all numbers. It's I don't really even care about the teams, which makes it a lot easier. So Yes, all of that is over on my Capper Tech, or it's over on the thing, site. How about them Tigers? Cash the run line yesterday on the Tigers, Drew. Let's get it. That was one of my plays on Capper Tech.
I cashed my first 500. My cap was pretty right as well because my leans in that game were just first fives. It was first five under and first five White Sox. If I took the first 5 plus a half with the White Sox and tried to thread the needle, I would have gone 2-0 on that game. But hey, that my cap was right on that game too. That Tigers game.
All good. Let's jump into this, Nick.
Yeah. We have the New York Yankees and the Colorado Rockies. I'm seeing minus 280 favorites for these Yankees. Total of 9 in this game. Let me switch over from football to baseball for my line history here. In this spot, and then get up the cash flow as well for this game here. Let's take a look. MLB. Should have had all this ready to go. Where we have 96% of the tickets, 95% of cash on the Yankees, 73% of the tickets, 76% of the cash is on the over in this game here. And hopefully my line history can load because I know BetStamp's being a little slow this morning. So there we go. It is loading. Here we go. We have Blaylock versus Warren. Will Warren potentially is a minus 300. All right. Line open up 275. It's up to a 285. So we do move towards the East Yankees. Line open up at a 9 at even money. It's now a 9.5 minus 105. I need to take a look at the lines here in this game because this could be a minus 300 fade. Let's get into my spreadsheet here. Did I update? Oh, I don't know if I updated my spreadsheet. Where is it? There it is. I did update my spreadsheet. Good. I did my numbers yesterday. That's right. We have Bradley, Blaylock, and Will Warren. Blaylock, 3.18 ERA, 1.32 whip, 4.76 strikeouts per 9, which is 12%, 2.38 walks per 9, a 300 BABIP, a 2.9 FIP, and a 5.79 CR. On the flip side, Will Warren, 8.59 ERA, 1.64 whip, 10.43 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 3.07 walks per 9, a 390 BABIP, a 4.73 FIP, and a 3.81 CR. Bullpen edge goes towards the Yankees. Hitting edge goes towards the Yankees. 140 WRC plus, which is second compared to 94, which is 18th. Let me see if I can get what the lines on all my books are for this game. Unfortunately, one thing that's driving me absolutely crazy this morning is I can't really shop my lines because BetStamp is really struggling on loading this morning. So I'm trying to find whether or not this is a minus 300 fade or not. And it looks like it is. Minus 300 on Bet365, 305 on Caesars, 305 on DraftKings, 300 on ESPN Bet, 300 on Fanatics, 290 on FanDuel, 300 on BetMGM. So this looks like a minus 300 fade. And one thing with this is I don't understand how Will Warren's a minus 300. You get it. It's the Yankees. Cool. But this will be a first 5 full game for me. I'm going to shop around, trying to find the best available numbers here for the minus 300 fade.
Good luck with that. I have zero interest in going after it. Not saying that you're wrong. I don't feel the need to go after the early game. Right? This is an early game, right? Oh, it's Saturday. Never mind. Games are going to start early. I don't feel the need to go after the Yankees today. Their run line's a little bit too expensive, and I'm not touching the Colorado Rockies. Maybe I'll look towards an over in this game. Could be an interesting spot. But you gotta keep in mind with baseball today. It should be a little bit more of a mild day for baseball, just because I personally have a lot of other stuff bet this morning. So I'm just sticking with only a couple of plays in baseball today. And the Yankee game did not reach my card.
Fair. Colorado Rockies, first 5 plus 210, full game plus 240. Minus 300 fade.
Sounds good. Nick, do you want to go to the chat? I'm typing up the member-only page.
All right. Let's see. Ohtani 40-40. I was on Tampa side. Yeah, that was annoying. MLS has a lot of both teams to score in overs. I prefer team total goals. There you go. Yanks cash cow. Nope. The cash cow range cuts off at 280. And they're 300. So no. Rockies money line. Yep. Over 9.5. Supness. Rockies run line first 5. I can definitely see that. Maybe live bet the Yankees plus 150 live.
How?
Maybe. No, I'm good. College football is back. Yes, it is. We got a game starting in about a little over an hour. I grabbed some Yellow Jackets at 10.5.
I grabbed the under as well. There.
See, I stayed off that total. I didn't know what to really expect from that total. And it just wasn't something that I wanted to get involved with. So, no big deal. But we'll move on. This wasn't a frustrating game yesterday because at the time of the show, this was a cash cow. I would have never bet this game if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was not in the lineup. This line opened up at a 160. It's now a 178. So we do another big move towards these Toronto Blue Jays. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 125. It's an 8.5 at minus 124 now. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, 90% of tickets, 82% of the cash is on the Jays. The line's moving heavily towards them. 99% of tickets, 99% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. We have Bowden Francis and Carson Fulmer. Fulmer, 5.56 ERA, 1.41 whip, 7.54 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 3.97 walks per nine, a 262 BABIP, a 5.81 FIP, and a 4.97 SEER. On the flip side, Bowden Francis, 2.16 ERA, 0.64 whip, 8.64 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 0.72 walks per nine, a 167 BABIP, a 3.56 FIP, and a 3.16 SEER. The bullpen edge going towards the Angels. The hitting edge, though, does go towards the Blue Jays, 117 WRC+, which is 8th, compared to 88, which is 22nd. The numbers suggest Bowden Francis pitches well in this game. However, I think just saw this Blue Jays team. I feel like we just saw this matchup between Bowden Francis and Carson Fulmer. I think it was this exact matchup. Bowden Francis on August 12th faced this Angels team, went 1 run, 1 hit, no walks, 8 strikeouts, and 7 innings pitched. And he gets to face him about 10 days later. I'm going to stay off this spot. If they didn't just play each other, if Francis didn't just pitch against this Angels team and light them up, maybe I would have considered the Blue Jays a little bit more. If this line moves another 10 cents or so, it's cash cow material, but not at the moment, so I'm passing.
God, I do not want to bet the I do not want to bet them again. Please, can we not bet the Blue Jays again? They suck. No, I'm not going after this game. I felt no reason to want to go after this game. It's a Blue Jay game, so I haven't really bet Blue Jay games all year. It's not really going to change here. One of the easier games for me to cross out. The only reason why I bet it yesterday is you said cash cow.
Yeah.
So, which is not a bad thing, but I feel like no reason to go after this one today.
Fair.
I will obviously have a bet in the next game. Where did you make it? Halos. Sure, but I'm not going after the Blue Jays game. I bet like 4 or 5. No. Couple against Baltimore, couple when Manoah was pitching, one after the no-hitter. I bet, 9, 10 Blue Jay games this year? Don't need to. Angels first 5, a run line first 5, and the team total under for Toronto. Toronto's bad. Mike Trout, what about him? He's out for the year. Terry's in the house. Terry, talk about your Blue Jays and how bad they are. Blue Jay record is great.
Yeah. They're better than their record is better than the Texas Rangers, the reigning World Series champions.
That is hilarious to hear. I love. I still
think that the Rangers World Series was one of the biggest flukes of all time. I really.
Oh no, they got hot. They just got hot at the right time. That's it. That's all you need to do to win a World Series.
Yeah, they're going to be like the ultimate one-year wonder. We'll get into the next matchup, though. A frustrating game yesterday where if you had Baltimore, you could buy a lotto ticket because you got lucky as hell. But the line opened up at a 115. It's now a 118 for Houston. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. And now it got down to an 8, but it's back up to an 8.5, and it's plus 107. So we have a move towards the under here, and we have a move towards the Houston Astros. Taking a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have 28% of the tickets and 46% of the cash is on the Baltimore Orioles, and the line's moving towards them here in this spot. 96 and 94 on the over in this game. The market does appeal a little bit to some Orioles action here. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup, though, and I'm surprised that the line's moving the way it is. Framber Valdez has been phenomenal. 1.87 ERA, 0.71 whip, 11.5 strikeouts per nine, which is 35%, 1.87 walks per nine, a 2.11 BABIP, a 2 FIP, and a 2.47 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Albert Suarez, 4.15 ERA, 1.42 whip, 9.76 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2.77 walks per nine, a 3.42 BABIP, a 3.32 FIP, and a 4.21 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Houston Astros. The hitting edge does go towards Baltimore, though. They're hitting lefties pretty well. Maybe that's why the line's moving the way it is. 131 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 116 with this, which is ninth. Actually, it's moved 3 cents towards Houston. I apologize. This market suggests to me that Albert Suarez pitches well. And if Albert Suarez, for me, is the bigger question mark, because Framber Valdez is starting to put together a season where we can argue he's a top 5 Cy Young candidate right now. So he's starting to put together that type of season, and when he's on, he's on. I could see this as a game that he pitches well, and I would actually lean towards an under in this game. I think that would be the way I would look at this game. The markets are going to probably keep me off of Houston. I think this is under or nothing for me, but I think I'm just going to pass on this spot for right
now. I'm currently making the post as we speak. Orioles every single day. They cashed a never in doubt run line last night, so that was kind of nice to see. And what looked to be a really bad day ended up being actually halfway decent. But I mean, who was it? Santander with a big grand slam in the last game. I could see them riding the momentum into this one. But every single day I've been betting the Baltimore Orioles, so not going to really go away from that. Now, the Oriole betting is up about 27 units this year. So I'm going to keep on rolling. Today is day number 131.
Look.
Back to the chat.
Staying off this matchup. I can see both these pitchers pitching well, so I lean towards the first 5 under if I'm getting involved in this game.
Fair enough.
No, I don't want the run line. Okay.
I'll go to the chat. My bad. Last 20 games. Oh, yeah, they've been playing better as of late for sure.
Yeah.
Houston money line in the over. The over. I could see the over. Timothy Hakes in the chat. Didn't mean to click on that one. Astros. Everybody hit the like button. Dang right. Slater home run is plus 1,200. That's that'd be nice. Baltimore got lucky last night. They won't do it again. I guess lucky is being able to, hit a grand slam and, actually, play better. But I guess they got lucky. Yo, boys. I bet the O's every day. No. Astros just scored more runs consistently. They do. But at the same time, wow, we hating on Orioles now. No, I'm not. Nick is. I'm not. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, this was an annoying game too last night. A lot of annoying games yesterday because it wasn't a good day. But Milwaukee Brewers and Oakland Athletics. Colin Ray, Joe Boyle, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up at a 142 for Milwaukee. It's down to a 124. So we've had a pretty decent movement towards these Oakland Athletics. Line opened up at an 8. Minus 115 is now an 8 at minus 103. So we do have a move towards this under. We have a move towards the Oakland A's in this spot here. 79% of tickets, 76% of the cash on the Brewers. The line's moving towards Oakland. 88% of tickets, 88% of the cash on the over. The line moving down. Joe Boyle and Colin Ray. Colin Ray, 2.67 ERA, 0.96 whip, 9.49 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 1.48 walks per nine, a 2.37 BABIP, a 4.32 FIP, and a 3.49 SIERA. On the flip side, Joe Boyle, 3.6 ERA, 1.50 whip, 10.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%, 5.4 walks per nine, a 3.21 BABIP, a 2.86 FIP, and a 4.46 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards the Oakland A's as of late. The hitting edge goes towards Milwaukee, 110 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 84, which is 27th. My lean towards this game is towards the Oakland Athletics again. And I like Joe Boyle a little bit. I think got off to a rough start, and then he's kind of pitched much better as of late. I can't. Why won't it show? It's showing me his 2023 stats from last year or his 2023 game logs. But he's 3-5 with a 6.21 ERA this year. I feel like he's pitched better as of late, though. I feel like he got lit up early, and then what was his last start? His last start was against the Mets. They won that game 9-4. I feel like he's pitched more recently than that, though. But he's somebody who will give you a couple innings, probably 4 or 5 innings. I lean Oakland. I don't know if I'm getting involved, though.
I feel like Colin Ray's been a pretty solid guy for Milwaukee. He got torched against the Dodgers. Yeah, actually, the Brewers, besides that ugly game against the Dodgers, has won 5 out of 6 against. Not against, but with Colin Ray pitching. I think Milwaukee kind of turns it on again. Yes, I know they aren't looking as good for. Or they haven't been looking as good as of late. But I do like this Milwaukee Brewers team in terms of I think they still make a nice run. Could possibly try to fight for a bye in the playoffs. I think that's definitely in the cards for them. So I like Milwaukee in this game. I'm gonna actually go and take them. I'm gonna take them on the run line though at plus 137. I want to back Colin Ray today.
Yeah, I wanted the opposite side in this game. I did. And by the way, I want to take a look at this real quick so I can give you guys the right information. Head to head is the tiebreaker in baseball, right?
I believe so.
All right. I don't think they've played each other, have they? Or am I I'm looking at the I'm looking at the wrong team here. Or I'm looking for the wrong team. Let's see. So Philly still has the tiebreaker for the 2 seed right now because they swept Milwaukee earlier in the year. But they're both tied. Philly and Milwaukee are tied at 74 and 54 for that last spot. Could realistically see Braves Phillies week 1. That would be awesome. Because we know the Braves are basically a shoe-in, a lock for the playoffs now. Because they don't lose anymore. And they're going to make the playoffs. And Philly's slowed down a little bit. So I can see them getting passed by the Brewers here for the number 1 seed or for the number 2 seed in a bye.
There you go. Come on. No. Fade the Orioles. No. Jays all day. Good luck. Have fun. Have a sense of humor, buddy. I do. Brew Crew in the over. I like the recruit. Yo Money Markel, Terry. Brewers money line. Might call it a trap. It could be a trap. I could be walking right into it, but it is what it is. I'm cold right now, so you could fade me. You going over college football?
No. It's not typed up. No,
we're not. I will say all of the college football plays are on the site. They're on the member only things, and they're on our Capper Tech. So if you guys are interested in all that, plus I believe we've done free pick videos for all but the Montana State game. So
you did free pick for SMU?
No, we didn't have a bet in that one.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I thought, yeah, we do have free pick videos on the Hawaii game and the Georgia Tech game. Yeah, those are the only two games I bet.
Under 55.5. I think if you're going under 55.5, you're banking that Delaware State scored 0.
Yeah.
Hi, Terry. I'm ready for your hockey shows. NCAA, I want to win. Never fade you. All of our college football plays are up on Capper Tech. And by the way, there will be a lot more up on Capper Tech than there will be up on the Picks and Parleys site because me and Nick are not going to agree on everything. And I'm going to have 25, 30 plays for college football. So,
yep.
There's the Blue Jays post. I got it up. Plus 105 for the money line, 190 for the run line. Nevada team total under. I could see a Nevada team total under. Honestly, in that SMU game,
that game was confusing though. Like I didn't really know what to make of that game. I think the line was dropping. The sharp money's on the over, things along those lines. And if you wanted to back SMU, you've missed your line because they were like 20.5 a week ago, and now they're 27.5. So
ultimately, I don't think 20 to 27.5 is going to make a big difference, but that's just me.
It's a 6-point line movement, so we'll see.
Yeah, but if it's going to be a blowout, they're going to win by 30 plus. Under.
Yeah, that's
fading my Brewers. No, I'm not going to fade your Brewers. Brewers first 5. Fernando. I'm excited about hockey too. I feel like the Leafs are a sneaky futures pick.
So are the Cowboys. So are the Lakers. The Lakers are super sneaky.
Oakland first 5 and the money line. What's good? 4-4-6. Brewers money line and the run line. Yes. Everyone go bet on the A's. No. I just heard Florida State has the best defensive line in football. What everyone taking G-Tech?
Really, for me, it's the market. All the money, all the tickets are on Florida State. Yet this line is dropping. I can give you the betting splits. You're saying everybody's on Georgia Tech, and for transparency reasons on the show, I'm going to call out when information's wrong. 67% of the tickets, or now it's 64% of the tickets, and 57% of the cash is on the Florida State Seminoles. And this line's gone from a 11.5, or it was a 12, I believe, at open. I think we got 13 earlier, like a couple weeks ago. We got 13 on them on Georgia Tech, and the line's gone all the way down to 10.5.
There you go. Diamondbacks and Dodgers are crazy good at the moment. Yeah, they are. What's Capper Tech? So it's a site that me and Nick are starting to use. And the best part about it right now, Nick, is me and my brother are separate from each other. So you're going to get different stuff from me and Nick. I'll show you mine real quick because I just started mine up yesterday. So it'll show you my current profitabilities. I believe this has been with the last 60 days. So it refreshes every 60 days, but it shows you how good I'm doing at the moment. And then it'll show you all the different plays that I've had the night before. So the Orioles, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Cubs, WNBA, Tigers. Like it'll tell you all the picks that I've had. And you guys can go over there and get all the picks. And it's you can do 1 day, 7 day, 14 day, 30 day, 60 day. A lot cheaper than the Picks and Parleys plays, just saying. If you guys are interested in that. And 100% of commissions go to me and Nick. So if you guys are interested in going over to Capper Tech and picking up all the plays, especially because on the show, we only go over MLB, NBA, NHL, and NFL. On the Capper Tech, there's WNBA today. There's college football today. There'll be plenty of college basketball, believe me on that one. There'll be plenty of NFL, EPL, MLS, Counter-Strike. So all of that stuff is over there if you guys are interested in jumping on the Capper Tech. Diamondbacks are going to win the World Series. I could see it. The reason why they
Do
struggled
you actually
is
have
the
a future
rotation
bet on
was
them,
kind
or
of-
you just keep saying that? See, Robert, one thing I've seen you comment this plenty of times. Did you actually bet them to win the World Series, or is this just something you're saying?
Yeah, I already explained it. You're good. I see what you did there, Terry. And by the way, Terry's on Capper Tech as well. If you want any, do they do player props on that yet?
Yes, you can do custom.
You can do
that's part of the
stuff
custom
on that,
place you can
so
do. Yep.
if you guys want player props, there you go. Just saying. Anyways, we explained it. Super excited. You know what? I was about to ask why we never heard Tim's record and only Nick's record. So now we know. Because I never did the solo. I was mostly doing the site. So that's kind of why. I mean, everyone are the people I follow. Earle, Higgies, you guys are taking them. There you go. Oh, I mean, then that should say something. And I'll mention what Trent's on Florida State. Florida State, just saying. Nick, I was upset you won the O's yesterday. Some twin brother you have. Nice hairdo. Okay. Let's roll, Nick, and I'll go ahead and put this one up on the site.
Yeah, we have the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. The Cubbies minus 175 favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, which let me get everything redone there. There we go. We have Valencio Belozo taking on Shota Imagina. This line opened up at a 150, and wow, it's up to a 194 now. A massive move towards the Chicago Cubs. Line opened up at an 8 at even money. It's now an 8 at minus 113. So they're expecting Valencio to get hit a little bit here in this spot. We have 81% tickets, 89% of the cash is on the Cubs, and we have 98% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over in this spot here. Shota Imagina taking on Valente Belozo. Imagina 3.99 ERA, 1.09 WHIP, 8.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 0.92 walks per nine, a 282 BABIP, a 4.7 FIP, and a 3.31 SIERA. On the flip side, Belozo, I expect some negative regression here. A 1.57 ERA, a 1.09 WHIP, 6.65 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.74 walks per nine, a 246 BABIP, a 373 FIP, but a 5.3 SIERA. You have a 1.57 ERA, but a 5.3 SIERA. That tells you that they're getting lucky, is what it is. The bullpen edge goes towards the Cubbies. The hitting edge goes towards the Miami Marlins, though. 102 WRC plus, which is 16th against lefties, compared to 92, which is 21st. It's Cubs run line for me. In Shota Magana, we trust in this spot as well. I kind of lean towards maybe adding a team total over here as well with the Cubbies, because the lines are telling you that that Belozo is vulnerable in this game. My number suggested as well. So I kind of want to see what the team total is for Chicago in this game and maybe add that as well. Chicago team total are 4.5 minus 105. I'm actually interested in adding that one too. So it looks like minus 110 on the run line and team total over 4.5 minus 105. I'm going to double up on the Cubs here. I'm going to fade Belozo because my number suggests some nasty negative regression coming as well.
How about we take the over again? The over in general in this game.
I could see that, but you're asking them to score runs against Shota.
I was about to say. I got the run line at even money. No need to. I'm not really going to go over and cap this game because we do this every single day. It's the same deal with the Orioles plays. I fade the Marlins every day. I got to get the numbers on how good that is this year. I'll do the math after the show and I'll let you know. That or all, like, because after MLB's done, I'm gonna end up probably tailing out because I don't do the NFL. Maybe I'll say a couple minutes after backstage, and I'll do all the numbers and I'll come back and I'll tell you exactly how the Marlin fade is doing this year.
There you go.
MMA guy Tim does need a haircut. All right, I'll let Destiny know. It's the advantage of having a girlfriend that is a hairdresser. So I'll let Jesse know, and I'll mention that. I'll mention to her that Terry says I need a haircut. Go ahead, take a picture of that. Thank you. All right, cool. Morning, gentlemen. Marlins are the play. Marlins hit lefties. It doesn't matter to us whether or not Marlins are the play, because we fade them every single day, so nothing's going to change. Over. I could see an over. Tim, can Tim roll? Tim was rolling around in the sack. Who was a lucky guy? I was almost English. Good morning, y'all. Good luck on your bets. UFC this weekend would be eaten. I looked at the UFC card to see if I could find some because I wanted to kind of put an MMA play up on Cappit, but I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any fighters that I knew. Split out on totals in football, missed CFL by a hook, and the Falcons couldn't contribute anything. Marlins first 5 over. If that's the case, then I should. You know what? I'm going to grab the over in this game. I'm going to grab the over in this game as well. Let's do that. Done. Just the usual Marlins, Nerfy, and whoever they play money line for me. Get it? D-backs have been hitting without Walker and Marte in the lineup. They have been. They've been really. The Diamondbacks have been really good. Yes. We bet the fish every day all year. We're not going to stop now. Just give me the fish. No need to gab it. Man, you must be down a shit ton of money if you're betting the Marlins every day. Marlins record versus lefties here like 4-40. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, they're really bad against lefties record wise. They may hit them, but they don't win against them.
Fun fact: I have a 100% record in UFC, and I've never watched it. I fade big public plays. I do the same in NFL, and I have a seriously good record. Why not?
I love fading the public in the NFL.
Fading
the public in the NFL is so good.
I love grabbing the plus 2.5 teams, the minus 3.5 teams, the plus 6.5s, and the minus 7.5s. I know that sounds a little weird, but I like grabbing those plays. Another successful flexing day. Even grabbed a small pick 'em money line live when it was tied. Yes, a very successful flexing day.
Yeah, cash the under in that game.
Because that's now 9 straight times that the White Sox have lost with flexing and the opposing team covered the run line. MLB and NHL are two sports that I actually do the work and have a worse record. It always seems to be that way, doesn't it? Are you comfortable laying minus 175? No. Nope, it's run line or nothing. How are looking for totals in week 0? I have a majority of under, including the after-hour Hawaii game. I bet the under in the Georgia Tech game because I think that one's going to get off to a slow start, but I'm not touching it. I'm not touching any of the other totals. I changed my mind.
If I'm betting a total, I'd probably look towards the over in the SMU game. That's just about it.
Oh, it's money line, yes. They stopped Gio. Yeah, I'm never comfortable laying minus 175. I don't feel comfortable laying minus 130. Xavier Edwards, honorary Earle, Terry Edelman. Hockey season is coming soon.
Yes.
I know Nick and Terry disagree on today's CFL, but where do you see total? I lean over.
I do lean over the total as well. I think I'm going to add the over at 50 for that game, or maybe a BC Lions team total. I think this week of practice is only going to do good for Nathan working that offense that could not have looked any worse last week. And I kind of see this as a trap. I see Ottawa as a trap because it feels like everything's pointing towards Ottawa, but here they are plus money. I like the I like the way Drew Brown runs that Ottawa offense a little bit too, where I could see some points in this game as well because the BC defense is a little concerning.
There you go. Is there any hockey on yet? No. Who do you guys think makes the Stanley Cup Finals?
I don't know yet. We need to do some deep diving into that yet. I don't know.
All right, this one will be a little bit of a shot in the dark. Let's go Vegas out of the West. They were riddled with injuries last year, and I think that was one of the main concerns with them. And then, who did they play in the playoffs again?
Dallas.
Yeah, they ran into Dallas. Give me Vegas out of the West. And I know Nick's going to laugh at me. Give me Toronto out of the East. Hockey is the hardest sport to predict.
It's crazy the two teams you just said there. I would way rather bet them to miss the playoffs. Vegas, I think, is a team that's going to miss the playoffs this year.
Damn it. Now I got to go bet futures on Cappit, where you can find all of our Terry and Nick in the same room. The hockey knowledge is over the top. And then there's me. Ottawa Red Blacks money line. Let's get it.
I'm on the BC Lions.
BC has the better roster, but the entire team is not playing well.
I think this is the ultimate buy low spot on them. The Oilers? Probably.
Yeah. Yes, hockey season preview starting soon. NHL preview show starts September 1st on my channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Terry Edelman. And that is the same, by the way, this is the same account that was getting wild with Terry and Friends. He did a little bit of a rebranding. Make sure you guys are checking him out because he does a lot of NFL. Well, he does NFL, but he does a lot of NHL stuff. So make sure you guys are checking out Mr. Edelman. Utah. No. One team a day, all 32
I like Utah to make the playoffs at plus 175. I do like Utah to make the playoffs. I don't think anything after that, but Utah is a dark horse to make the playoffs this year.
Sabres to make the playoffs. Yeah, parlay that with the Jets, and then you're good to go. Neither team is making the playoffs this year. I was joking. Red Wings are making the playoffs. Flyers are winning a playoff round.
The Flyers will get a lottery pick.
I was about to say, I have the Flyers being one of the worst teams in hockey. I don't know what you're talking about. Red Blacks find ways to win games. I'll check out Terry. Yeah, and it's not because you're soft spot for Ottawa, Terry. I don't think he has a soft spot for any of those teams. All right, Nick.
Also, Terry will also if Ottawa wins tonight, he'll cash a preseason win total on Ottawa. So
now, real quick, because I didn't bet this game yesterday. Seattle did win in extra innings with their new manager.
They came back. Yeah, I'm glad I stayed off of San Fran. I swear, if I would have had I probably would have slammed my head against the wall if I would have had all of San Fran, Houston, and Tampa Bay, who all blew multi-run leads. Like, I would have slammed my head against the wall or something like that. That would have been awful. So I'm glad I at least dodged the giant bullet yesterday. But let's get into this one, Tim. What a pitching matchup we have here. This line opened up at Seattle minus 115. It's now minus 112. Line opened up at a 7 even money. It's now down to a 6.5. So we have a line move towards the under here in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we do have 98% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the over in this spot. We have 39% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the San Francisco Giants in this game here, with, I believe, the line moving slightly towards them. It was, yes, slightly towards them here. The Giants do have some appeal in this game for me. Let's get into the pitching matchup here, which we have Blake Snell and George Kirby. Just an absolute stud pitching matchup here. Snell, 1.05 ERA, 0.73 whip, 14.42 strikeouts per nine, which is 44%, 2.88 walks per nine, a 2.24 BABIP, a 1.3 FIP, and a 2.14 SIERA. On the flip side, George Kirby, 4.33 ERA, 1.56 whip, 8.67 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 2 walks per nine, a 2.49 BABIP, a 4.79 FIP, and a 3.98 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Giants. The hitting edge goes towards the Giants. 99 WRC plus, which is 17th, compared to the Mariners, who hit righties okay, but lefties 75 WRC plus, which is 28th in baseball. This is Giants money line for me. Not only Giants money line, I feel like Kirby's fadeable on the road. Except for we're in Seattle, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're in Seattle. My bad. I drew a blank on where we were for a second. So yeah, I guess he pitches. Yeah, he pitches well in Seattle because it's Coors Field for pitchers. I'm kind of curious here. 3.5 at plus money is this team total for San Fran. But I'm going to move on the Giants here. I'm getting minus 105 on Fanatics. I'm going to go ahead and bet them there.
You know what I'm getting for this game, Nick?
I have a feeling I know exactly where you're going for this game, and this is like the way too easy under of the day, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Way too easy underplay of the day. 6.5, and it's 2 stud pitchers. There's no way this game goes over, right? I took the over 6.5. And I got it at minus 110. It just seems like that spot, and I would lean more towards the Seattle side though. But that's just me. I feel like Seattle, after they won last night, they new manager. Keep in mind they went through a really rough stretch. Swept by the Tigers, lose 2 out of 3 to Pittsburgh, get swept by the Dodgers. Did you see their percentages to make playoffs went from 89% to 50-something%, and I think now it's in the 10s to make the playoffs. Like that was just an epic collapse by this team, which is sad.
This is going to be a collapse that's going to be studied. This is going to be a collapse that's studied for years to come.
So we could ignore the Mets choking their 10.5 game lead and only losing the division due to a tiebreaker when Seattle had a 10.5 or 10 game lead and now is down 6.5 games.
And I believe here's the thing though, at Seattle is if they don't get swept against Houston in their final series against them, they have the tiebreaker over Houston. Not that it matters.
It's not going to.
What, a 5-game lead now for? No, it's probably. It's actually. No, I think last night because of what the Astros did, I think it's a 3-game lead now. I think it's getting a little closer.
It's not going to happen, but
it's a 5-game lead. I apologize.
I love the active chat today. Blackhawks are sneaky. Nashville making this final seem sneaky. Blackhawks are going to be on the outside looking in.
Blackhawks are going to go over their point total, though. I will probably bet that. I don't know what to think of Nashville because I think if you wanted to get involved with futures with Nashville, you should have done it before the free agency day.
Yeah. I'm asking Nick. I'm a huge Rourke fan. Happy Blake Snell Day. Yes, happy Blake Snell Day. Giants money line. Mr. Numbers doesn't know much about college football, so I'll be relying on the 2 genius Earle bros. Don't make me go broke. All of our college football can be found on Cappit. Capper Tech, sorry. And on the member only. If you're interested in that. But I got to take the Red Blacks who find a way to win close games.
Fair.
Seattle and the over. I'm on the over. Over 8.5 strikeouts. So intriguing. There's no way this game goes over 6.5. Impossible. Took the Nerfy in the first half under. I mean, 6.5 is just really low. Anyone else bet college hockey? I do not. I bet college baseball when that comes back. That will be big on that. I'll do every day on Capper Tech. Anyway, sorry. Hell yeah, Robert. Kirby over 7.5 strikeouts minus 140. I want to fade that so bad, but I took Miller under 5 Ks last night for plus 130. So and got cooked. Should have faded Rondon and Sale. I got Seattle going for the sweep, even though they're missing the playoffs. Yeah. Seattle, new manager bump, can't fade them. The comeback last night might get them get their mojo. It's amazing how Seattle's kind of. I mean, they had a nice little run. They swept the Mets, and then since then they've won like 1 game, 2 games. Seattle has all the momentum from last night. Somehow they win again. I would look towards Seattle in this game. But Giants are 27-37 on the road. College hockey games are sick. I got to go to Gophers and Notre Dame games. They're nasty. That sounds like fun. I've been to a couple ECU games, so that's a club team. Shout out to ESB, one of, if not the only morning show on YouTube that reads off every comment in the chat, even if I botch all of them and can't speak English. Fading you, Dodgers, fader, LA -1.5, Kershaw over 15.5 outs, +118. He's cashed this in his last 2.
Sounds like free money.
As the number 1 follower, 446 expects some perks on the college football plays. Yeah, they're all in the Cappit tech. There you go.
Well, and we do free pick videos on some of them.
There you go. More overs in preseason football. I believe Nick has every single over on the site.
I have bet every single game over the total. I still have to put up 2 more games, I think, that I forgot to put up before the show.
Yeah, so, go ahead and do that after you're done breaking down this game.
Yeah, we have the Boston Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. One of the only games that went right for me yesterday, where we have the Red Sox -115 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's get up the line history in this spot, where we have Cutter Crawford and Zach Gallen, your pitching matchup. Line opened up with Boston as -110 favorites. It's now 114. Line opened up at a 9.5 -105. It's now a 9.5 -113. Expecting Zach Gallen to be a little bit vulnerable in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow here, where we have, 34% of the tickets and 54% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. We have this line moved slightly towards the Red Sox. So the sharp money on the Diamondbacks, the line moving towards the Red Sox here. 70% of the tickets and 76% of the cash is on the over in this spot, which I'm fine with. It's not overly public overs. The overs I don't want anything to do with are 98% of the tickets, 99% of the cash type of overs. I'm okay with 70 and 76. I'm fine with that if I'm looking at betting an over. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup here, which we have Cutter Crawford and Zach Gallen. Gallen, 4.45 ERA, 1.52 whip, 6.99 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%, 3.18 walks per 9, a 3.55 BABA, but 2.88 FIP and a 4.50 SIERA. Cutter Crawford, 8.51 ERA, 1.27 whip the last 30 days. He's not been very good. 7.77 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 2.59 walks per 9, a 2.21 BABIP, a 7.23 FIP, and a 4.78 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards Arizona. The hitting edge is a massive one towards Arizona, 153 WRC plus, which is number 1 in baseball, compared to 132, which is 3rd. For the Red Sox, both these teams are smacking the baseball around right now. And this line movement makes me want this over, because this has gone from, I believe it's gone from a 9 to a 9.5. Nope, it's 9.5. It's moved up 8 cents is what it has done on Bet Online. And I think I'm going to get involved with this over, going over the total over 9.5 here with the Diamondbacks and the Red Sox here in this game.
I am already on that. By the way, the total in this game is 9.5, not 8.5.
Yeah, I mistyped it.
You're good. I just wanted to make sure that I had the right thing. I doubled down on this game. And hold on. And I'm taking the over, and I'm taking a big bounce back spot for the Boston Red Sox after just getting plowed yesterday. And I said, screw the money line. I grabbed plus 173 on the run line. I think the score is kind of going to get flipped. And yes, I know I love Zach Gallen. I am big on the Zach Gallen fan club, and it kills me to fade him like this. But on the road, I just do not trust Gallen. At home, I would trust him every day of the week. I can't trust him on the road. Boston's been – their offense has been consistent. And with Minnesota continuing to kind of falter a little bit, Boston's right there for a wild card spot. So I'm grabbing Boston run line here. I'm also grabbing the over, kind of double down in this game, and I took the over on the site.
Yeah, I'm just sticking with the over in this game. I probably would lean towards maybe a Red Sox team total if I'm looking to back if I'm looking to back the Red Sox in this game. I still don't trust their bullpen for a full game money line or anything along those lines. That does concern me, that bullpen. So if I'm looking to back the Red Sox, it's only in the team total. A way of backing the Red Sox here, which I kind of lean in that direction. I'm not a fan of a road Zach Gallen. So it'd be a lean towards maybe a Red Sox team total over, but I want the number one offense in baseball the last 30 days against righties a part of my total. I feel like that's kind of beneficial. So Arizona, Boston over 9.5 here, minus 110.
Sounds good. I believe Bet Stamp is working now.
Yes.
Back to the chat. Give me the over. Over. It's 9.5. Fenway Park. Yes, I took the over. D-backs money line in the over. Over. D-backs. I bet them every day. I don't blame you. They've been red hot. And I'm probably being an idiot betting the Red Sox today. But if I'm going to take a shot with them, I took a shot with the Red Sox going like plus 173. So that says Red Sox. True, after a team gets blown out, it's a good spot. D-backs just hit everything that moves, though. Jock Pederson home run. You know what? If I get a bunch of runs from them, too, that's fine, and I end up going over. Nick, you're getting buried on your Dodd fade. Wake up. They're unstoppable, now healthy.
Cool.
Would you take the over? Yes. Red Sox are 29 and 32 at home. Okay.
Yeah, they're not a good home team.
They're not. Our boy Zach is trashed on the road. Sad but true. Yep. Pederson has been the hottest player in ball. They win last night with 12 runs, and Pederson gets no hits. Crazy. Fenway is hitter friendly. Yes. I got zone at team total over 4.5 last night. Every other book was like minus 130 or worse. Like you guys look at full game totals though. I like the full game totals. But that's just me. Let's keep rolling.
Yep. Just putting up one play here on the site. There we go. All the NFL is now up on the site. There we go.
Cool,
Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, minus 110 for the Reds. Total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this game here, where we have Aguilar and Woodford, just an absolute marquee pitching matchup. Line opened up at a 9 at plus 105. It got down to an 8.5, but it's back up to a 9, and it's moved towards the over at minus 116. And then for the side, it opened up Cincinnati minus 115. It's now Cincinnati minus 109. So we have a move towards the under and a move towards the over and a move towards the Pirates. 92% tickets, 95% cashes on them. On the over, 47% of tickets, 68% of cashes on the Pirates in this, or the Reds in this game, with the line moving towards the Pirates. So sharp money coming in on Pittsburgh, the line, the market not caring, which is interesting. I did not have a pitcher for Pittsburgh last night, and it looks like a bullpen game. Woodford, 4.82 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 5.3 strikeouts per 9, which is 14%. 0.48 walks per 9, a 242 BABIP, a 4.56 FIP, and a 4.43 Sierra. The bullpen edge goes towards Cincinnati. The hitting edge goes towards Cincinnati, 93 WRC plus, which is 20th, compared to 85, which is 24th. Not a game I have any interest in. This was one of the easier past games on the card for me.
Yes, Sam. And to be fair, I didn't have a starting pitcher for the Reds coming into this one. Both teams kind of just not there. Although Pittsburgh won the first 2 games of the series. So how about that comeback from Pittsburgh last night? Down 5-0, they win 6-5. So big momentum there for them. But is there anything I need to really get involved with? No. The pitcher situation last night kind of messed that all up. So or not last night, but I couldn't find one last night for the Reds, so I didn't get involved in this game.
Fair. Yeah, not a game that I had.
Yeah. I mean, I did say fading the Dodgers coming down the stretch would be insane. Last year, they were unstoppable this time of year as well. I can see them winning 20 in a row. Playoffs are a complete different story.
Good luck.
There. Pittsburgh owns this series. Bet Pittsburgh again. I'm not going to talk you off of it. I will have action in this game.
Yeah, let's keep going here. Let me get back here. I was mad that I didn't bet this game yesterday. This was a game that I was very frustrated. I left off my card because I told you the line, told you Texas was winning this game. And they did. But let's get into this one here. Minus 125 for the Guardians. Total of 8 in this one. Taking a look at the line history between Ben Lively and John Gray. Line opened up at a minus 115. It's now minus 124. Line opened up in an 8 at minus 105. It's now an 8.5 minus 110. Move towards the over and a move towards these Guardians. So expecting the Guardians to bounce back and win today is the market. With 71% of tickets, 93% of the cash on them. That makes sense. 90% of the tickets, 92% of the cash on the over. Line moved up. Everything checks out there. Let's get into the pitching matchup. Ben Lively and John Gray. Gray's been good. 1.86 ERA, 0.72 whip, 6.52 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%. 0.93 walks per nine, a 2.14 BABIP, a 2.02 FIP, and a 3.89 SIERA. On the flip side, Ben Lively, 4.05 ERA, a 1.28 whip, 6.08 strikeouts per nine, which is 16%, 4.39 walks per nine, a 200 BABIP, a 6.31 FIP, and a 5.43 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards Cleveland. Hitting edge goes towards the Rangers, 87 WRC plus, which is 23rd, compared to 79, which is 29th in this game. Market suggesting that Cleveland probably bounce backs and wins this game. I don't think a game I'm going to get I'm going to get involved with. This will end up being another pass here. This is a tricky baseball card a little bit. So it's a pass at the moment for me. I guess Cleveland are pass, but not with any conviction whatsoever.
I am on the Rangers. This has been a Cleveland team that, and you mentioned it, down the stretch, I think they struggle. I mean, look at what they've done the last 7 games. 1-6. Not to mention, the Royals are only a game back for the division. Guardians, what are you doing? Give me the Rangers today. And at the end of the day, I think the Royals are in first place. Boom. I said it. Go Royals. And my $8.50 ticket is really starting to like me now. But it's a lot liver than it was a month ago. This Cleveland team is just struggling right now. I got plus 110 for the Rangers.
I like it. All right, not mad at it. Not like that, but I like that the Guardians are regressing. Yeah.
Nick is stubborn. Yes, he is. Both teams are so unpredictable. Last night had so many big comebacks. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Seattle, Dodgers. Does Cleveland suck? No, they don't suck. They just weren't the caliber of team that they've been playing like all year. They are not a 600 win team, a 600 win percentage team. They're a 550, 540 win percentage team. They're not to the standards that they were playing to early in the year. So they were bound for some regression, and they're hitting it. Guardians run line. No, I disagree with the Guardians run line. Cleveland is broken. Why did I bet them to win the series? I don't know. Jays are now minus 180. Absolute pass on that. That sounds disgusting. Is Vladdy playing today? Don't care. Not betting the game. Moo either way. I'm not betting them. Not happening. Royals going to sweep the Phillies. Phillies and Guardians are trending the same way. Peaked too early.
Agreed.
I think you're right.
I think the Phillies, who were the most dominant team in baseball for majority of this year, are going to be playing on Wild Card Weekend.
Yep. Rangers still can't hit. Rangers money line. Why does Earle hate the Rangers so much? Refresh me. He tries to put them down all the time, but they won the World Series. They can do nothing for the next 5 years. Gonna live with the champs.
Okay.
Because Nick was heavy on Houston last year. Cleveland pitching is meh. Starting pitcher, I mean. It was bound for regression. Bullpen's lights out. Bullpen is still fantastic. But Cleveland was not going to pitch to that standard. And when they were not going to hit to that standard the rest of the year, wasn't going to happen. Falcons up 6-1. Nice. Let's head to this one, Nick, where we celebrated a nice Chris Flexen Day yesterday.
Hey, and I mean, I kind of did as well. We cashed that first 5 team total under. First 5, not team total under. First 5 under 4.5, and you could have gotten the full game under as well. Because they ended up finishing 5-2 in that game there. With I think Detroit scratching out one run in the ninth, which I'm glad I stayed off that team total because but minus 250 for the Tigers in this game on the road. I get it. It's the White Sox, but
who's pitching?
I know it's Scooble. I'm well aware it's Scooble.
It's Scooby Snacks.
Against Kai Bush. And wow, look at this line history. It opened up at a 242. It's a 208. Line opened up at a 7.5. It's an 8. The markets are suggesting Tariq Skubal is vulnerable against the Chicago White Sox. That's crazy. That line movement. 11% of the tickets and 16% of the cash is on the White Sox, so basically nobody's on them. 92% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the over. And the line's gone up. I am lost on this line history here. The market makes absolutely no sense in this game. Let's get into the pitching matchup. Tariq Skubal, the potential World Series Cy Young winner, 3.06 ERA, 0.99 WHIP, 10.86 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 306 walks per nine, a 247 BABIP, a 316 FIP, and a 3.36 ERA. Kai Bush, 3.68 ERA, 1.84 WHIP, 6.14 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 9.2 walks per nine, a 256 BABIP, a 5.96 FIP, and a 7.31 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards Detroit. There's a massive hitting edge towards Detroit, and Detroit's 27th against righties with an 81 WRC plus. But this White Sox team is the lowest I've ever seen for WRC plus, especially against lefties. Dead last, 34. Why is this line moving towards the over? Why is this line moving towards the White Sox? Is Skubal really that vulnerable, or are they expecting Skubal not to pitch far into this game? Like, I'm truly perplexed on why this line is moving the way it has, and it leans me towards the White Sox in this game. Am I betting it? No. Maybe a White Sox team total? I'm kind of curious what that is, because that would be exactly what the markets are pointing towards, is that the White Sox get over their team total. So, tricky. This has the feel of the game where the White Sox or where the Tigers win, but they don't cover a run line. And it's a 2.5 at minus 135. Wow. Doesn't this have 4-3 Tigers written all over it? Game stays under maybe, or maybe 5-4. The game might go over because everybody sees Skubal against the White Sox, and they don't cover the run line in this game.
I mean, I will say, and you know what? With Wall that you just said, I think you're going to end up pushing me onto a play. And I normally don't do this. You can get plus 110 for plus 1.5 runs with the White Sox. That's an awfully... I'm going to take that. With the line movement the way it is, and the fact that I don't think the White Sox win this game. But would you be surprised if it's a one-run game going into the ninth inning?
No. Because once again, last night, I mean, they kind of struggled to get to it. Where do you see the offense coming from in this game? That truly confuses me.
I'm going to grab the plus 1.5. And I'm gonna grab it. I found it at plus 110. Can I get a better price? The site's offering plus 2. I'm gonna grab the plus 1.5 on Will Hill with the White Sox today, and we'll go with that.
I'm gonna write down a White Sox team total with a couple question marks. As a potential ad. I'm gonna bet it.
And and for the record, we never put plus 1.5. So
just for shits and giggles, I want to take a look at the line history real quick here for the spread in this game. To see how much it's moved for the plus 1.5.
So it's not like we're.
I know. Line opened up Detroit minus 150 on the run line. It's now minus 128. So it's moved pretty dramatically towards that as well. Yeah, I'm going to take this team total over for the White Sox. I will ignore whatever Kai Busch is going to do, whatever he wants to do on the mound, and I'm going to take this game over. Or I'm going to take the team total over.
How many more flexing stays do we have this year before we say goodbye to his wonderful season? We will probably have 36, 37 games left, so maybe 6 more starts. And the thing is, he's going to start the rest of the year. White Sox won't win. I can agree that they might not win, but I see it as a one-run game. Tigers' first 5 over 2.5 runs, and the Tigers' run line. I do not like the run line. Scooble over 7.5 strikeouts. I don't know. I could see them not pitching him as much. I know he's going for the Cy Young race, but they're so far out. I don't see them trying to kill him anymore. Scooble complete game? No. Scooble must be limited. No. I think so. Can't wait for the White Sox to play the Mets and end their season. The Mets will go in there after playing the Snakes and Padres. Can't wait to bet this. Hey, you were right on the Oakland bet, so White Sox against the Mets are pretty much a lock. 7-4 final score. No. White Sox won't touch Scooby. And the Tigers won't score. He's too good. Everything is projecting that Scooby can only pitch 70 pitches.
Yeah. Because his outs total.
I don't know, but yes, I said it. Scooble is the best pitcher in the American League. You can make an argument
that they don't have the best pitching staff.
You can make an argument that Scooble is the best pitcher in baseball right now.
Yeah, but if you're talking about just pitching staffs in general, who would you rather have? The Tigers pitching staff or the Mariners?
Mariners pitching staff.
The Tigers pitching staff or the Phillies?
The problem is, I would have said Tigers.
Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez, Suarez.
I would have said Tigers if they still had Flaherty.
I wouldn't have. It's not even close. Tigers or Braves? Chris Sale, Max Fried, when healthy.
If they still had Flaherty, I would take the Tigers rotation.
I would not.
Last 14 games, very good pitching. Bullpen still is terrible. That's why we didn't take them to win the game. Talk about a team that was disappointing yesterday. Twinkies couldn't get anything done.
Yeah. By the way, White Sox team total over 2.5 minus 135 for that game there. I love those 2.5 numbers too. Just give me 3 runs. Minnesota Twins minus 140 total 7.5. Let's get into this game here, where we have this line history opened up at minus. Oh, that's the wrong book. There we go. This line opened up at minus 135 to 136. Line opened up at 7.5 minus 110. It's a 7.5 minus 115. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, 82% of tickets, 94% of the cash is on the Twins. 98 and 95 are on the over in this game here. Taking a look at the pitching matchup, where it's Sonny Gray and Pablo Lopez. Sonny Gray, 5.28 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 11.48 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 3.1 walks per nine, a 3.14 BABIP, a 4.33 FIP, and a 3.28 CR. On the flip side, Pablo Lopez, 3 ERA, 1.20 whip, 7.2 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.4 walks per nine, a 279 BABIP, a 4.4 FIP, and a 4.26 ERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Twins. The hitting edge goes towards the Twins, 127 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 95, which is 18th. Not a game I'm getting involved with. A small lean towards Minnesota. I do like Sonny Gray, though, so that's kind of what's having me pump the brakes a little bit, is I can see Sonny Gray coming out here and pitching okay. The Twins are starting to they're starting to fall back a little, right? They just lost 2 out of 3 to San Diego. They lost last night to St. Louis. The Red Sox, if they could start winning, I mean, there's a chance that we see the Red Sox can catch this Twins team. And one thing I am worried about with the Twins team is not their offense, it's their rotation. There's Pablo Lopez, there's Barely Ober, and then Simone Woods Richardson and Zebby Matthews. No Joe Ryan in this rotation. He's hurt. I just don't know if it's good enough right now, the Twins.
I don't think it is.
I'm staying off the spot. Not a game that I needed to get involved with.
It's the kind of a game that I want to go after the Cardinals. But I also looked at this one, and I am going to end up making a play on this game because I think that there's 2 of these today. I feel like this is a too easy under. 7.5. You get Pablo Lopez, who has been one of the best pitchers has been the ace for Minnesota this year.
No, he hasn't. Barely Ober has.
Well, Ober's not active right now. So right now, Pablo Lopez is the best pitcher on the roster.
Bailey Ober is. Joe Ryan's not.
Ryan's not. My bad. And then you get Sonny Gray, who has been really solid this year as well. He's had a couple of rough starts, but his last 5 starts, he's allowed 2 earned runs or less in all 5 of them. Now, I will say, you look at Sonny Gray, and the Cardinals are 1-5 in his last 6 starts. I'm going to take the over in this game. Over 7.5. I feel like this is another one of those 2 easy over games, in my opinion. So I grabbed the over at -114, over 7.5.
Yeah, if anything, it's a Twins team total, but I like Sonny Gray to positively regress. So it just didn't correlate for me.
Okay. Twins are broken. What a pathetic game last night. Look at this pitching matchup. Yeah, what a pitching matchup. Give me the over. Cards first 5, kind of like it. Over. Gray used to play for the Twins. Yes, he did. This series just fell off. Pass. Gray was a Twin last year. Good angle. Twins money line. I mean, you can make the argument for either angle. Just another nerfy sweat for me here. How the cards are hanging is baffling. Goldie and Arenado are done. I saw Arenado drop a pop-up the other day.
Yeah, it's not the same team.
It's not. Twins on the run line. No preseason. No, Nick will go over the preseason games after MLB.
Yep.
Twins have so much information on Gray that you'll be able to hit them. I thought Richardson is the Twins' best pitcher right now. Richardson, I forgot. I forgot about his numbers. Gray could have information on the Twins. I'm taking the over. Let's do it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more baseball games left, Nick.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Phillies -115 favorites against the Kansas City Royals. Total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history here. With the return of Ranger Suarez taking on Brady Singer. Line opened up -113 for the Phillies, down to a 102. Line opened up at a 9 at -105. It's now 9.5 at -120. So a move towards the over and a move towards these Royals. Once again, suggesting that maybe the Royals team total over is live. 55% of tickets, 79% of cash on the Phillies, though. The line moving against them. 75% of tickets, 81% of cash on the over. And the line's moving towards the over in this one here. Interesting line move. Suggesting that we see runs in this game. I can see it. Ranger Suarez, we don't know what to expect from him. He hasn't pitched in over a month in the last 30 days. I got nothing on him. On the flip side, Brady Singer, 3.82 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 8.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 1.76 walks per nine, a 3.37 BABIP, but 2.84 FIP, and a 3.62 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Royals. Hitting edge goes towards the Royals, 126 WRC+, which is 6th, compared to 85, which is 15th. This is Royals or nothing for me. And I'm actually pretty interested in getting back on board with the Royals here in this spot. The line's dropping. With the lines moving towards the Royals, with with majority of the ticket and a lot of money on the Phillies. The Phillies are getting the sharp money, but the books don't care. They've moved it towards the Royals. Tells me that the Royals are probably the side in this game. I like Brady Singer an awful lot. This rotation for the Royals has become really fun. It's amazing that just last year they had Zach Greinke and Jordan Lyles as two of their pitchers in the staff. And Jordan Lyles, I believe, led baseball in complete games. And now they have Reagans and Lugo and Singer and Waka has been decent too. So I'm going to move on the Royals in this game. I think in this spot, I just got to shop around and see which one's for the best number.
I will say one thing. Royals today, Phillies tomorrow.
Why?
Because I looked at the schedule for Monday's baseball, and Kansas City heads to Cleveland for a doubleheader.
Oh!
To start a 1, 2, 3. Do they play Wednesday? They do not. For a huge 3-game series. That could determine a lot. By the way, Kansas City plus 110 on Monday on the early game. I will be on Kansas City both games against Cleveland. But Kansas City today, Philly tomorrow. I think Kansas City takes the series. This is a Kansas City team that obviously I'm super high on. And I said earlier in the show that after today, they would be tied for the division, tied for first place in the division. Here it is. I got the Royals at minus 102 on FanDuel.
There you go. Yeah, I'm seeing minus 102 on FanDuel as well. I'm going to go over there for that because I was looking at the minus 110 on Fanatics, and I'll take minus 102 instead. I'm going to go over there and grab that.
Panthers dog to favorite.
Yeah, they're 4.5 points favorites. No, I haven't yet. I will look at sides a little bit
more. Green Bay dog to favorite. Nick, write it down for later. I feel like batters have an edge when facing old pitchers. Philly smash spot. No. Royals run line. Yes, I like it. I hate fading Royals at home. I don't. I'm not going to fade the Royals at home. Batters have their old pitching coaches to get information from. True. Royals. Geez, what happened to the Lone Ranger? He's been shit. That was fast start. Royals money line and Witt home run. Yes. Perez RBI. Sounds good to me. Could be Philly first 5, Royals full game. I could see that. Already bet Royals team total over 4.5. Philly pitching cannot trust. Yeah. Kansas City sweep. Ranger danger. I'm behind the live, but Twins minus 1 is plus 101. Okay. Too bad Witt plays in the same league as the best player on the planet. If he was in the National League, you would have fake MVP like Lindor that he could easily beat. See, the funny thing is, we're talking about a Royals and Philly game, and somehow Lindor gets brought up. I have a feeling that 446 just loves Lindor. Like that's my kind of feeling on it. He loves Lindor and just doesn't want to tell us. Phillies, I like the Phillies at home. Well, if the Phillies are not at home, they're in Kansas City. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, we have Let me get back to there we go. The Atlanta Braves, who never lose baseball games anymore, minus 170, total of 8.5 in this game against the Washington Nationals. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, where we have, where's Atlanta? Where is Atlanta? There we go. Jake Irvin and Charlie Morton. Line open up 170. It's down to 175 down to a 170. Line open up 8.5. Even money. It's now an 8.5 minus 108. So a move towards the over and a move towards these Nationals, suggesting that the Nationals are alive in this game. 87% of the tickets, 72% of the cash coming on the Braves. Line moving towards the Nationals, kind of confirming that the Nationals are kind of live in this game. 88% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on the over here as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this game, where we have Morton and Irving. Irving has kind of slowed down as of late, but I expect better from him. I expect better from both these pitchers. Irving, 5.46 ERA, 1.39 whip, 6.75 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 1.93 walks per nine, a 2.94 BABIP, a 6.02 FIP, and a 4.43 SIERA. Charlie Morton, 6.35 ERA, 1.54 whip, 10.32 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 2.78 walks per nine, a 3.39 BABIP, a 6.91 FIP, and a 3.64 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Braves. The hitting edge goes towards the Braves. 110 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 105, which is 15th. This game's appealing. And I think I'm going to write down a play to kind of dive a little bit deeper into a little bit later in the day. Nationals first 5 in this spot. I would like to fade Morton in this game, and I think the Nationals can do that here. The line moving towards the over suggests to me that we could see Morton get hit a little bit here. It's a strong lean towards the Nationals in the first 5 innings for me at the moment.
Charlie Morton's always fun to fade. I will say that. I feel like if I wanted to go after anything in this game, it would be a lean more towards the over, because I can see the Braves getting to Morton as well, or to Irvin as well. I'm not really too keen in trying to go after these games because at the same time, the Braves have been just a crazy under team this season. So I don't feel like there's a real need for me to get involved in it. I'm not going to trust the Braves right now to cover a run line. Did you see how they won last night?
Yeah, they got extremely lucky with a fielding error.
Yeah. Although the Nationals got lucky to force extra innings because the 2 runs were scored on an error by Soler that dropped a fly ball. But I'm going to stay away from this one. Nick, I'll let you go to the chat, and then you have your ad read.
Oh, okay. Let's get back to the chat here. Very active chat this morning.
Yes.
Let's see. Nationals smash spot here for Bailey. I kind of like that look. Anyone running DK, they're doing 100% any boost on the Georgia Tech game. There you go. Washington first 5 money line. I like that look a lot, actually. Nationals are the Braves kryptonite, except for last night. I'm seeing minus 180 Atlanta. Yeah, they I did. Yeah, under 8.5. ESPN on ESPN bet. Yeah, the line's dropped. The line opened up at a 175 down to a 180 or down to a 170. So we'll see. Nats first 5 team total over minus 115. That's not a bad look there. I kind of like that. Got that early. Not sure the currency will be fair. Braves minus 1.5 for me, and Braves team total over. Minus 170 is too wide for any team barely scoring 2 to 3 runs. With all the injuries, that the Braves have, they still have heart, experience, and guts, something a Met team doesn't have and will not fold to them. They actually have a chance at the division. Amazing.
And once again, we're talking about a Braves national game, and somehow the Mets get involved. 446. If you love the Mets, you just say it.
Yeah, like a good pitcher, Jakey is there. Ozuna home run. Fair.
Can I make a quick shout? Can I before you do the ad read?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a quick shout out to my Cappit tech, because one of the things I get to post on there is Counter-Strike. And my first Counter-Strike play was the Falcons, plus 125 money line. They lost map 1, won map 2. They just finished off map 3. So plus 125 cash on Capper Tech for the Falcons in Counter-Strike. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the Falcons suck. They couldn't put up any points for my over yesterday against the
well, they're also a Danish team in Counter-Strike, so you know what I'm doing.
I know. I got you. But before we get into the second half of the card here, because, wow, we're already an hour and 35 in, and we've made it through halfway through the card. Shout out to W Energy, the official energy drink and powder sponsor of Earle Sports Bets. They have a formula that helps, that is designed to help your focus and concentration with no sugar, no additive colorings or dyes or anything along those lines. It is a better alternative. And if you're looking to just dip your toes in the water and give W Energy a try, they have a sampler pack, which is 1 shaker and 3 flavors. I showed it off on the screen yesterday. And if you use the promo code EarleSportsBets, it'll save you 10% off your purchase. Let's continue on here. The San Diego Padres and the New York Mets, minus 150 for the Padres, total 7.5 in this game. Michael King and David Peterson, your pitching matchup here. Line opened up 145, still at 145. Line opened up 7.5 minus 115 to 7.5 minus 121. So move towards the under and no move on the side here in this game. I kind of saw this coming that the Mets took everybody's money the other night in game 1 and the Padres bounced back game 2. 22% of the tickets, 73% of the cash on the Mets here. So sharp money coming out on the Mets. 95-92 on the over in this one as well. We have Peterson and we have Michael King. Michael King's been absolutely phenomenal for the Padres this year. And Peterson's pitched pretty well too. 2.76 ERA, 1.16 whip, 8.59 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 3.68 walks per nine, a 253 BABIP, a 3.37 FIP, and a 405 SIERA. King, 2.7 ERA, 1.11 whip, 12.34 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%, 2.7 walks per nine, a 340 BABIP, a 201 FIP, and a 2.77 SIERA. Bullpen edge going towards the Padres. Hitting edge goes towards the Padres here, 131 WRC plus, which is second, compared to 116, which is 10th. I think Padres again in this game. I like Michael King. It's nice to see him get an opportunity to start games consistently, and he has showed that he is very valuable. And I think could make an argument to be in the top 5 to 7 in the Cy Young voting in the National League. Like, he's put together that type of season this year where he's been one of the better pitchers in baseball. I lean under in this game as well. It's no play for me, though.
I will be on a Mets bounce back spot here. I will say these two pitchers are both top 15 in pitcher profit ranking. King is number 9. Peterson's number 15. But I'm just looking back. The Mets they just win Peterson starts. They've won 3 in a row and like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 11, something like that. The Mets score for Peterson, and I think they're able to get to King here. It's still not going to be an easy game for them to get runs, but I think that the Mets are able to do enough to win this game. I got them at plus 124, so I'm riding with the New York Mets in a bounce back spot here. And I know I kind of missed it. I bet the wrong side yesterday. It is what it is.
Fair.
446 is a closeted Mets fan. I kind of agree. Matt Olson, his name right. Home run. He's the tall guy. I believe he is. Yes.
He is falling off.
Let's go. Saturdays are for the boys. Top tier handicapping network. If you guys have not subscribed to them, I believe, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, this is Dave's.
Yeah, this is Dave, LJ, Doherty, and Guns. Yeah,
so
they've done a lot of good. I've started watching their stuff. Their graphics are awesome, and they're doing really good work over there. Go check them out. They deserve a lot of respect there.
There you go. Padres. King should be able to shut down this team. Mets. Do you know Acuna has a better shot at the Triple Crown and Lindor has better MVP odds? Get the fuck out of here. That's a joke. I don't care if he's a DH. His numbers, Barry, Fugazi, Lindor's. 446. And finally, you're actually mentioning the Mets during the Mets game. Good job. If Lindor is not with the Mets, how many games under 500 do you think they are? How many games do you think the Mets lose if Lindor's not in the lineup? Now we'll flip it around. What do you think is the significance of Acuna? And how good do you think the Braves would be if Acuna was not in the lineup every day?
They would be terrible because he's been one of their better hitters this year.
I still think the Braves would be in a wild card spot without Acuna. If not, they're very close. The Mets would be 4, 5, 6 games under 500 if it wasn't for Lindor. So, no way the Padres should buy minus 150. Took the Nerfy and the Mets, first 5. Once King out of the game, good luck Padres. I mean, Lindor is clutch. I bet his over bases on Thursday plus 130, and he won me that on the first swing. Yeah, I had that play as well, so that was nice. Don't need those late game Mets shenanigans. No, I would love the late game Mets shenanigans. Padres first 5 Mets full game. Peterson is a fluke tonight. He loses. Their lineup won't hit King. The Mets always seem to get runs.
I do like the under.
Guns and LG are legit. Ordinary Dave, no thank you. Don't be like that. How much money does Lindor make? I mean, he makes a lot. He makes a lot, but he plays in New York, so it's kind of like saying how much does a player for the Toronto Maple Leafs make compared to the Carolina Hurricanes? Obviously, the Leafs players are going to make more because with taxes and everything, they need to make more. So I love the money argument. If Lindor was in Cleveland still, if he was in Kansas City, no, he's not getting anywhere as big of a contract. That's because they're a small market team. The Mets have more money. They can splash it around. No one's even trying to talk about how good the Padres are without.
I have been for a while.
The Padres are a good team. We weren't saying they were not
World
a good
Series
team.
futures on this Padres team. I'm high on them.
There you go. Take Acuna out of the lineup, and they are shit. Acuna carried them. No way they'd be in it. Okay.
He's been their best.
All right.
Yep.
Final MLB game of the day.
Yep. The LA Dodgers and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Dodgers minus 195 favorites, total 7.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot here, where we have Tage Bradley and Clayton Kershaw. Line opened up 175 is at 209. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's all the way down to a 7.5. So a full run line movement towards the under here in this spot. And a big move towards the Dodgers with the public all over them. 92% tickets, 83% of cash. And in 98 and 96. And I know a lot of people are going to look at this as like, oh, massive line movement towards the Dodgers. They're a cash cow, right?
No.
Nope. Total's a 7.5. Total's got to be at least an 8. Bradley has slowed down a little bit as of late. 6.23 ERA, 1.46 WHIP, 8.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%, 3.46 walks per nine, a 3.07 BABIP, a 5.09 FIP, and a 4.42 SIERA. On the flip side, Kershaw, 2.63 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. He's been decent. 7.13 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.25 walks per nine, a 3.11 BABIP, a 3 FIP, and a 4.25 SIERA, though. He's been getting a little lucky. He should be pitching at an ERA about in the high 3s, if not low 4s. That's where his projected numbers should be. Bullpen edge goes towards the Rays. Hitting edge, 110 WRC plus, which is 14th, compared to 94, which is 23rd. Rays money line for me in this spot. Public all over the Dodgers. And these are the important games that the Dodger fade needs to win when the Dodgers are big favorites. And I will hopefully be able to get a decent number here with the with the Rays, which I'm seeing over on Fanatics plus 175.
There you go. Obviously, I don't bet Dodger games. You do the Dodger fade. I wish you good luck whenever you do it. But I have no interest in going after the Dodgers or Dodger fate or anything. So I always stay off Dodger games. I never seem to get them right, so no real interest in that. Instead, I'll give an update in Dublin. As the first drive of the game, the Florida State Seminoles go 75 yards for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So it's 8-0, about 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the game. Not good for Georgia Tech. Not good for the under.
Yep, my bad. And the line's dropped. It's 165 for the 165 for the Rays. So a decent line movement towards the Rays here now. A little bit of buyback.
Oh, fake news from 446. He's given the wrong score. I know he ended up switching it later. The Padres are going to Padres late like they always do. Dodgers cash cow. Nope, total's not high enough.
Yep.
Dodger run line. It's still Dodgers -1.5. Tampa is so bad. I watched series strikeout 4 for 4. That guy has the worst K rate in baseball. Tampa knew Seattle when it comes to strikeouts. Rays can't hit. That is correct. Kershaw over strikeouts. Sure. I mean, Kershaw always due for a horrible outing. Earle, you're a smart guy, and I respect you. That being said, your Dodger fate, especially now being healthy, is just dumb. You're being stubborn and getting buried. But against Tampa, horrible. Ohtani is a freak. He's been slumping. That's a real MVP. Okay, Lindor, stop insulting me. Lindor is the second odds to win the MVP. No, he's not going to win the MVP. I never said he was. But the fact that he's up
He's a
there,
top 5 candidate. We've said that all the time, though.
Top 5 candidate. He's the number 2 choice right now. According to betting odds, he's the number 2 choice. But
yeah, because he actually plays in the field and he plays Gold Glove level shortstop.
Can Ohtani go 50-50? Maybe. All right, Nick, I'll let you head to your NFL preseason. I'm going to take off because I bring nothing to the conversation when it comes to preseason football. Good luck, everybody. Go Georgia Tech. And let's go Mets. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm currently switching over all my numbers from MLB to NFL. And then we will get into that. Let's get all markets up. So we got that. Let's get into the first game here with the Rams and the Texans in this game. We have the Texans -3.5 with a total of 34 in this game. For the just to get this off, whatever, I'm on every single over today. I bet every single over, and this is what I'm doing. If my theory is correct, which so far it's 4-1 this week, I think overs are going to hit at an amazing clip, and that is what I'm going to continue to go with here. Line opened up at a 34. It's still a 34. Line opened up at a 6.5 for Houston. It's down to a 3. So we've had a decent move towards the LA Rams in this game. We have 45% of the tickets and 73% of the cash on the over. The line's not really moved. 70% of the tickets and 84% of the cash on the Texans, and the line's dropped here in this spot. And for me, if I'm not really looking at a side in the games, they're not going to be long breakdowns. I guess I lean Rams at this number at 3. I think you probably missed your number because it opened up at a 6. This tells me that we probably will see a little bit more starters for the Rams potentially, or maybe a little bit more from the backups, or maybe just a little less starters from the Texans. This probably actually tells me more no Stroud and no starters for the Texans rather than more starters for the Rams. So for me, this is a lean towards the Rams in this spot if I'm looking at the side. But as for the total, over the total here for me, 30. I got 33.5 and -115 over 33.5 -115. Odds makers are Mets fans. What a joke. Lindor's second fave. No, if you look at his actual advanced analytics and not just his batting average, he's one of the best players in baseball. Texans -3. I can see it. Tim, what about the twin versus twin matchup? Giants Jets. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Other than give me points. Took Texans and over. Yeah, I like that a little bit. See how loyal Mr. Numbers is. I stay, and your brother leaves. Tim doesn't do preseason football, and it just helps me go quicker through football. If it's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. We'll move on. Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens in this game. The Packers are 2.5-point favorites with a total of 33.5 in this game. Line opened up at a 34. It's down to a 33.5. Line opened up at a 1 for the Ravens. It's now a 2.5 for the Packers in this game here. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this spot where we have 62% of the tickets, 68% of the cash is on the under. The line's moved a half point towards it. 43% of the tickets, 57% of the cash on the Packers. And the line moving towards the Packers does interest me in Green Bay in this game. This tells me probably we see a little bit more starters from the Packers here in this spot. And they've gone from dog to favorite. So I do see a little bit of merit going ahead and grabbing some Packers in this game. I want to take a look at what their money line is. Minus 150 is a little rich for my blood. And I feel like I've missed this line a little bit too much. When I'm looking for the dog to favorite, I'm kind of looking for a reasonable money line price. So I lean Packers money line, but the minus 150 is not something I want. And then I got over 33.5 in this game at minus 110 over on ESPN bets. Ravens plus 2.5. Interesting. Do we get half our money back since Tim left early? I mean, you can have all your money back because the show is free. The show is free. Touchdown, Georgia Tech, by the way. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Panthers minus 4.5 favorites, total 31 in this game. This is another interesting line here that the Panthers are this big of favorites, and that just tells me Bryce Young's going to be playing. They opened up as 4.5-point dogs. It's 4.5-point favorites, a monster 9-point line movement towards the Carolina Panthers. I can only look Panthers in this game if you're looking at a side perspective in this one. Total opened up at a 33. It's down to a 30.5. And all we've seen from the Panthers so far this preseason is basically nothing. This team has struggled to score any type of points. So far this preseason, they have put up a total of 15 points through the first 2 games. They scored 3 against New England and 12 against the Jets. And now this total is at a 30.5. I expect them to start their starters this week. Bryce Young, the way this line is, I expect starters for the Panthers here in the spot. I would only look Panthers in this game, maybe a Panthers team total over, but I played the over in this game as well. I got in at this one. This one is Bills over 30.5 minus 110 over on Fanatics. I lean Panthers as well. I don't think I'm going to get to any sides in this game. I think I have enough action on just the totals, but it would be Panthers or nothing if you're looking at this game. Harbaugh carries Ravens money line. Fair. Oh, it's free. How come I pay $5.99? Okay, there's other stuff that comes with it, and okay. And all Tim would be saying is that he's passing on the games. Like I don't get what you're so concerned about there. It's going to be a sweaty over because the Panthers over is anemic. Yeah. Under 31, good luck. Okay, Earle, I'll give you credit for taking overs this weekend. You said it, you get credit. Fair. It's 4-1, and we still got 8 games to go today, and I think 3 or 4 tomorrow. Moving on. 5 games remaining. Steelers, Lions. Steelers minus 7-point favorites. Total 35.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here with this line opening up with the Steelers as 3-point favorites. It's now a touchdown. And the line opened up at a 35.5 minus 110. It's still 35.5 minus 110. 64% of tickets, 77% of cash is on the under. The line's not moved. 74% of tickets, 81% of cash on the Lions. The line's moved towards the Steelers. We're expecting some Dangerous and some Justin Fields in this game, so I understand why the Steelers are 7-point favorites in this game. And we do know that the Steelers head coach does really care about preseason as well. He has a really good record. Mike Tomlin in the preseason, he does have a good record there. Over 35.5 for me in this game. I got that at minus 105 over on ESPN bet. I lean Steelers in this game as well if I had to bet a side. So if you're looking for sides, maybe you take some Steelers and some Panthers to tie them together if you're interested in that. I don't really like laying this type of number in the preseason. So for me, it is over, and it's a lean towards the Steelers, but over the total for me here in this game. Panthers offense. Yeah. Steelers -7. Yeah, that would be the only way I can look in this game. Maybe a Steelers-Panthers 2-teamer. Minnesota Vikings and Philadelphia Eagles -2 for the Eagles, total 33.5 in this game. Kind of interesting to see the Eagles favorites in this game because generally Sirianni doesn't care about preseason. Line opened up 2.5, got down to a pick'em, back up to a 2.5. Line opened up 34.5, it's up to a 35. So one of the only games that the line has moved towards the over so far this week. 44% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the over. Sharp over here in this spot. 62% of the tickets, 66% of the cash on the Eagles. The line's really not moved in this game here. And this is not a game that I have any thoughts on a side perspective. I'd maybe take a small shot at the Vikings in this game, but this is not a game that I'm looking at for a side in this game. It's just the markets are not giving me enough to really want to go ahead and bet anything. Small lean towards Minnesota if I had to bet a side. Over 33.5 here for me. And I got that at -105 on ESPN bets. We'll keep on trucking along. 3 games remaining. Fields and the other bum fighting for QB spot. I bet the Steelers already. Lions want play nobody. Yep. I think I'll go AFC North, Baltimore Pitt 2-teamer. I'm not a fan of Baltimore today. It's Packers or nothing for me there. Vikings -2, Eagles is sus. Well, you can get Vikings +2. Give me the Twins over the Phillies. They will lay 2 runs. There you go. 3 games remaining. Chargers, Cowboys. The Cowboys 3.5-point favorites in this game. Total 33.5 in this spot. 62% of the tickets, 60% of cash on the under. 81 and 98 on them boys in this game here. Taking a look at the line history in this game. So this line opened up 33.5, and it's moved 7 cents towards the under, even though all the money it kind of goes along with all the money being on the under. Line opened up 3.5. It stayed at 3.5 with all the money on the Cowboys. This is Chargers or nothing. The question is, does Harbaugh care? The other Harbaugh. And this is the over for me, over 30. I got 32.5 -115 over on Fanatics for this game. Shop around. A lot of different varying lines according to for each book for these preseason games because they're kind of all over the place on some places. This is Chargers or nothing for me if I'm looking at a side, and this is over for me. Over 32.5 is what I got, and to lean towards the Chargers plus the points. I'm not laying with the Cowboys in this game, especially with the public on them and the line not moving towards them. Cowboys -3. Hey, with it being going from down to a 3 makes me like the Chargers even more. Move on. Giants, Jets, 2.5-point favorites are the Giants, total 31.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where the Giants opened up at a -1. It's up to a 2.5. And the line opened up at a 31, and it stayed put there at the 31 number. Let's take a look. 28% of the tickets, 80% of the cash on the Giants. The line's moving towards the Giants. 57% of the tickets, 63% of the cash on the under. The line not moving in this game here. I'm on the over once again. I know I'm a broken record here. I got 31.5 -105 on FanDuel for this one. And I lean Giants in this game, laying the 2.5 points on the road. They're in MetLife. This is a neutral site game for both teams. And this one, and looking at this game, I mean, the markets are pointing towards the Giants winning cover. And I think this might be a later ad for me in the day. Is Giants -2.5. It's just a lean at the moment. But this is one of the stronger sides I would probably lean towards is the Giants in this game. So lean Giants -2.5. Bet the over 31.5 -105 FanDuel. This one. Tim should stay with you till the end. Support the show. Whatever. I can care less. Under 31.5 in Jets money line. So the opposite of what I just said. Giants Jets will be a slugfest. Talking shit all week. Over 5.5 fights, which means penalties, which means shorter fields. Both teams can't score. Nobody can score in the preseason so far. We've seen overs go 4-1 so far to start week 3. Final game of the week of the day, the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. -1 for the Browns, total of 36.5 in this game. 70% of the tickets and 59% of the cash on the under, 42% of the tickets, 71% of the cash on the Browns. The Browns are on the short list of teams I would like to add. I think I'd like to add the Giants and the Browns to my card here. This line opened up at a -1.5 for the Seahawks. It's now -1 for the Browns. Line opened up at 35.5 for the total. It's now 36.5. I played the over 36.5. I think I'm going to add the Browns and the Giants after the show. Talking it over, I think I want to add Browns and Giants laying the money line and Giants probably -2.5. I think that's the way I would like to target this slate from a side perspective. Is grabbing Giants and Browns to end the card here in this one for sides, but just all overs for me. So in the preseason, other than probably adding the Browns and the Giants here. Seahawks +1. The markets are telling me the opposite way, but hey, do what you gotta do. But if you guys are maybe looking to go to any of these games, we got college football this weekend. We have college football full slate next week and everything along those lines. Baseball, if you guys are looking to go to a sporting event, concert, any other type of event, head over to SeatGeek. They have a ticket grading system from red to green to tell you which tickets have the best value. You look for the best value in your sports betting, look for the best value now in your ticket buying. And if you use the promo code ESB, it'll save you 20% off your purchase. Quick little recap, and then we will head on out for today's card. Let's see. Colorado Rockies and the MLB Colorado Rockies first 5 +210. Rockies full game +240. It's the -300 fade. Cubs -1.5, -110. Team total over 4.5, -120. Giants -105. Arizona Boston over 9.5, -110. Chicago White Sox team total over 2.5, -135. Kansas City Royals -102. Tampa Bay Rays +165. In the NFL, Packers and Ravens over 33.5, -110. Texans and Rams over 33.5, -115. Eagles, Vikings over 33.5, -105. Lions and Steelers over 35.5, -105. Bills and Panthers over 30.5, -110. Cowboys and Chargers over 32.5, -115. Jets and Giants over 31.5, -105. Seahawks, Cleveland over 36.5, -110. Looking to potentially add the Browns money line and the Giants -2.5 as well to end the card there for that. But that is everything for today's card. Let's head over to the chat one last time, and then we will head on out. You show commitment to the show, no half-ass. Good job, Earle. I know you keep throwing jabs at Tim. I can care less about him not staying for preseason football. 446 and Drewski to the end. Can we buy some Dub Energy Drinks? The link to that is in the description down below. So, a turnover on downs, Georgia Tech ball. But that is going to do it for this one here. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Catch you guys same time, same place for another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, guys.